Hello, this video is going to go over the ASU Transfer Credit Guide, which is where you're going to want to go to for really anything you want to do involving your transfer credits. So to get there, we're just going to do a really quick Google search for ASU Transfer Credit Guide. Once you do that, it's going to be one of the first links that comes up. It's the one here that starts with Web App 4. I click here. And now I'm in the ASU Transfer Credit Guide. We call this the TCG for short. There's a few different things you might want to use this area for. First off, we're going to look at My Transfer Courses over here, the red button. You might need to log in real quick. And once you get in there, it's going to show you what you have transferred in and what it has come over as well as any requests you have made. So you are probably going to have way more transfer credits than I do, but basically when you go through them, this is what you're looking for. If it says it's complete, then that means they're not asking for any additional information. Sometimes you'll see an exclamation point and it'll say additional information needed, which means that they would need a syllabus to determine what that course is equivalent to. Sometimes even if you don't give them a syllabus, they will make a guess. So all of my classes, you'll notice, have a prefix and they have an exact number that they're showing as equivalent to. You might have a situation more like where it'll say EE DEC, which stands for EE Department Elective, or they might give it a really generic name like GEN 001 or something like that. That sounds made up. That basically means that they don't know what the course is equivalent to, if anything, so they just are calling it a random number or a random name. If they call it EE Department Elective or CSE Department Elective, that's because they've determined it's either a EE or a computer science engineering course, but they don't know if it's equivalent to any one in particular that ASU offers, so they call it DEC. And it'll say, ask your advisor for how you can apply this. Unfortunately for our program, there are no areas where you can apply a department elective. So the only way you can use a lower division EE class that's not specifically equivalent to our to any of the courses that we offer here now is to have it evaluated further and have it so that you can demonstrate so that it is in fact equivalent. So if you have something that you think should be equivalent, but is not currently coming over as such, that's when you're going to request that they do a further course evaluation. Once you request one, it's going to show up down here. If you haven't requested one before, it won't even have this area at all. The way you actually request it is you go over here where it says Submit Course for Evaluation, and then you fill in all of these fields and upload a syllabus for the course. So let's say, for example, you took a Calc 1 class at a different school, and you're pretty sure it's equivalent to our Calculus 1, but it's just saying Math Department Elective, or even worse, it's just saying Gen 001 or something like that. And it's not saying Math 265 or Math 270, which are the two different variations of calculus that ASU offers. In that case, you're going to go back to the school you took it at, get a syllabus for the course, fill all of this out, and click Submit for Evaluation. Once you do that, when you go back over to your My Transfer Courses, you'll have your request sitting down here and it'll say pending. This status will update as it goes along and let you know where it's at in the process. And then once it's done, it'll say complete and it'll have this little bubble here where it gives you comments. And then it will have your evaluation results. If it comes back kind of like this one looks where it says equivalent to ASU elective or equivalent to EE DEC or something like that, that means that they determined it is not equivalent to any specific class at ASU, which is probably not what you're hoping for. If it does come back and say it's equivalent to EE 202 or EE 120 or one of the math classes, then that would be good news. That means we can actually use it for your degree here. So those are two big areas that you're going to probably spend most of your time on if you're a new student transferring over courses, is with the My Transfer Courses area and then the Submit Courses for Evaluation. However, the other area you might want to use at some point is the course equivalency search. You might use this for two different reasons. One of them would be if you are thinking you might want to take a class at a different school, maybe a community college, for example, and you want to just double check that the course is going to come over as equivalent. In this situation, one of the closest community colleges to Arizona State University is Mesa Community College, so we'll search for that. So let's say I'm going to take Calc 1 over at MCC. I would search for whatever it's called at MCC. I believe it's called 220, if I remember correctly. So we'll try that. But of course, you would verify this by looking at their class offerings. And then I'm going to select the semester I intend to take it at. And then I search, and I guessed right. Mat 270 is one of the variations of Calc 1 that we offer at ASU. Also, it notes down here that this will also work for Mat 265, which is the Calc 1 for engineers, and that is what you're probably showing on your DARS and your major map and anything else you're looking at. So basically, this Mat 220 at MCC would either apply to Mat 270 or to Mat 265 is what this is telling us. So that means you know for sure it's already been determined as an equivalent course, and if you take it there and then transfer it over, it will be applicable. Okay, so that's one reason you might want to use this, and this would be, you can use this for any community college or university you've ever attended. Now, if you do a search here and it comes up and Mat 220 was not in here at all, that would mean they've never seen that course before. So that's when you'd want to get a syllabus for it and submit it for evaluation. When you submit a course for evaluation, it does not need to be a course you've already taken before. It can be a course you're just wanting to take in the future, and you just want to verify it before you do so. So that's perfectly okay as well. So if it wasn't in here, that would be your next step. If it's in here and they have it, but it's for a date that's past, you know, that equivalency was only good up until 2004 or something, then yeah, you'd want to get a new syllabus and have them evaluate the current version. Also, if it comes up and just says something like math elective, that could mean that they've already evaluated it and it's not equivalent, or it just could mean that they haven't looked at it lately and they need to see it again. So that's not as promising, but you're still welcome to submit it for evaluation to double check. Now, you also could use this tool if you just wanted to check before you submitted for evaluation if they've seen a course before. So let's say I had taken this class at MCC. It didn't come over as equivalent right away on its own, but I'm just sort of curious if they've seen it. If I were to pull this up and it says this, then that means they made a mistake and it should have been equivalent. If it comes up and it's not in here at all, then I know for sure that they've never ever looked at this course before, and then I definitely would want to get a syllabus and submit it for evaluation. Okay. Other than that, I think that's everything that you're going to want to do in the TCG. Sometimes once you get a course evaluated, they will not automatically update it in your degree audit report or your DARS, which is how you get it to actually reflect as being completed towards your degree. If that happens, if you get your course evaluation updated, it says it's equivalent to something that you need here, but it's not showing in your DARS, then please email Articulation. Their email is articulation@asu.edu. So you can always email Articulation with any questions you have about your transfer credits. Whenever you submit something through the TCG, it goes through the Articulation department, so it's going to the same place. So whenever you get results back, it'll probably be coming from Articulation, and then if you have any questions, you can respond to their email, or you can send them a new email asking them about your evaluation results, or asking them to update it so that it displays correctly in your degree audit. Okay, I think that's everything I have for you for this clip. Let us know if you have any other questions. Thanks.